Welcome to another episode in the Johan Explain series. Today we're going to take a look at the gorilla mystery. That is, I think you know what I'm talking about. What Gorilla by Genesis on Wind and Wuthering. Hi there, I am Johan Stensland, and today we're going to look at What Gorilla. And as usual in these episodes, I'm going to try to explain it in broad brushstrokes so you get a feel for what is going on. It's not a video for the super nerdy guys. It's more a video for all the prog fans that wonder, what is going on here? How can I count this? What is this odd meter, or is it an odd meter? The Gorilla Mystery was a horror attraction at one of Sweden's largest amusement park back in the 70s. I was like 12. The Gorilla Mystery was about a beautiful young lady who you saw up on stage. And when she was exposed to this magical kind of light, she transformed sometimes into a violent, furious, large gorilla. And this beautiful young lady, she was strapped to a chair up on stage in this small, cramped, black room. And the audience was packed. It was very cramped tight in there. And the lights went out, magical, enigmatic, mysterious light came on, and the speaker said, well, let's see if she changes. And of course she did. Slowly but surely she turned into this gorilla. I don't know about the special effects back then, back in the mid-70s. I would probably see through it in like 5 seconds today, but back then it was really scary. And of course she turned into that gorilla, and the gorilla was pissed. And the gorilla, of course, came loose and started to attack us in the audience. And the lights went out and the speaker went, oh no, it's loose, it's coming for you. And the audience turned and ran towards the door in the blackness and banged on the door, which of course was locked. And the speaker went like in the blackness, save yourselves! And we banged on the door trying to get out, and at the last second the door unlocked and people were like exploding out. Many people were laughing, of course, but I was damaged for life. No, but it was really scary. Roughly speaking, at the same time, 1975-ish, Genesis recorded Wind and Wuthering. And on that album, we had the song, What Gorilla. So 1976, the album was released. And that song, What Gorilla, is kind of a mystery too. I've heard musicians listen to it and say, this is a classic 7/8 beat. You hear it on the drum beat. It's just, it's 7/8. You can hear that. While other musicians say, well, that's not really true. It's not 7/8. It's actually 4/4. It's just syncopated. You can tap an even beat to that. So it's not 7/8. It's not an odd time meter. It's 4/4. So, and above that, they changed the meter within the song. This short song contains like, whoa, something happens in the middle. And we're like, oh, they change the meter. Now it's 4/4. No, now it's 7/8. And it's like a bit of a mystery. What is going on with What Gorilla? So that we have the Gorilla Mystery in the Genesis version of it. And it's funny to me that those two things happened roughly at the same time. So first things first, this song is not in an odd meter. It sounds odd, but it's not an odd meter. It's not 7/8 or anything else odd. It's actually 4/4. What makes it complicated or hard to grasp is that it's so heavily. There are two things. One is that it's heavily syncopated, and the other is that they do change. Not really the meter, but how you count the meter in the middle. They shift the pattern without shifting it. So they change where the one occurs. That's how I see it. So I'm going to try to explain that to you. We're going to do as we usually do. I'll show you and I'll have the metronome and you can tap along and sing along and we can be happy together. So here we are in Reaper as usual, and I have created the basic drum pattern for you. And I'm going to start by playing you the metronome. So you're going to hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the drum pattern comes in, and you can hear that it actually is in 4/4. It's just heavily syncopated. I'll try to explain what I mean by syncopated. Syncopated means that accents or hits or whatever, strokes, whatever you want to call them, they don't fall on the 1 or on the 2. They fall a bit before. They are syncopated. And I'll try to show you. Here's my little piano roll, and here's the kick, and here is the open hi-hat. And my marker here, this is the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see on the 1, it's just that the hi-hat is closed. Because when you do the goosh, you have to close the hi-hat. And that's the only thing that happens on the 1. So this accent, the first goosh, is way before the 1. And the other one is after, which is before the 2. So they are syncopated. That's what I mean by that. And let's play from the top, from the 1, and you can see where those 2 accents fall in comparison to the 1. Like that. Now the plot thickens a bit. This adds to the mystery. Something very dramatic happens in the middle of the song. It's when Phil Collins goes, and you progress, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you're left with this feeling, what just happened? Did they change the time signature or what happened? And I'll show you. The thing is that the beat doesn't change. We're still in 4/4, and the main beat does not change. But something does change, and the question is only what? And I'll show you exactly what happens at that point. So let's move back to Reaper, and I'll show you. After that dramatic change happens, we have the same drum pattern, but if you listen to I'm going to play you the metronome first, and then then we come to the drum pattern, but now something has changed. Now listen to this. Exactly the same drum beat, but now it has shifted. Now it's not syncopated anymore. Now the 2 main accents, they actually fall on the 4 and the 1. So the first one is the 4, and then the other one is the downbeat. So what happened is they changed the way they think about this pattern. So the pattern stays the same, but suddenly the one has shifted. And you can hear, I'll show you exactly when it happens. And I find that this is very exciting. This is very dramatic. I just love this thing because it takes you by surprise. It takes you a place that you're not really prepared for this. The funny thing is that when that dramatic fill comes and we kind of goes into that new theme, the shift where we consider where the one is has already happened. But when that change happened, when Phil goes bang, that's when it hits you. Like something has changed here. I'm not what I thought I was. And you're not prepared for that. But it's like they change where the one is. They kind of, it sneaks up on you. And I think it's brilliant. It's brilliant composition. And I'll show you exactly where it happens, when the one is shifted. And this, of course, is my interpretation. This is how I see it, and how I think that they see it. So I hope it was clear from that short clip that we haven't really reached that dramatic point when Phil goes back. We haven't really reached that yet. But they have already started sneaking in that the shift of the one. So there you have it. I hope this was educational and a bit entertaining. And as usual, if you like my content, please hit that like and subscribe and all the bells and whistles under there. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching.